I was in a foreign country. I was sick. I didn't have a job, you know. And at one point, where I was staying, I had not paid my rent for some months. And the landlord, he came and he said, no, you must just go out. I didn't have any money. I was not working. My friends deserted me. Nobody could help me. Sometimes I was even struggling. I could go for days without eating. And for me, there was no any other way out except to take my life. I remember, because when I take the pills, I went somewhere and I walked far away from here because I wanted to commit suicide in a place that nobody knew me. And I'm holding my water and my pills. I want to do it. And then as I'm sitting there, I'm just about to take my pills, and I heard this voice, and it said, go back. Do not take your life. And if I do not change your life, then I am no longer God. So I look around and I think somebody who knew me followed me and they're just playing a dirty trick on me. So I put my medicine back, I walked around, so I didn't see anybody. So I go back again to my place and I take my books. I say, no, I must do this. It's the only way. So I take the pills, I put them in my mouth. When I'm about to take them again, the voice comes back to me again. And it says, Martha, go back. Do not take your life, because if I do not change your life, then I am no longer God. So at that moment, I threw away the pills and I took the little possessions that I had and I started walking back. But at the time, I could not believe that it was God, because I was raised in a conventional church, so, where we didn't believe that in today's world that God can talk like that. But I was afraid because I didn't want this voice to come back to me again. So it was around 12 o'clock. And I started to look for a place to sleep. So when I found somewhere where I thought I could sleep, there was some flowers, but they were not so high like this. So when I decided to sleep there, I didn't know that there were some men who I had passed. They were in these big trucks. But when I had slept for quite some time, I hear these people, they come, I can see them. There are 3 of them, they're looking for me, they're saying, no, wait, this lady, she came here, where could she be? But at the time, I just had praying and I'm saying, God, you're my protector, you're my provider, I just pray. So when I'm there, that voice will come back to me again and say, I am your protector. And somehow, it's like the flowers, it's like they had legs and arms of their own, and it's like they started to grow up and they covered me completely. So these guys, they look, they said no, and one of them, he says, no, there's something strange going on here, I'm going. So after that, I hear them go away. I didn't think I could sleep, but I fell asleep immediately. In the morning, I met with this friend of mine. So he asked me, Martha, I heard you were not working. What is the situation? I told him, no, I'm still not working. So he looks at me and he says, oh, okay. And he gives me like 3,000 rand. He says, just go money, please. And he goes. So it was the next day when I'm busy moving around looking for a place to stay, is when I collapsed in the street. And the next minute I woke up, I was in the hospital and they were giving me emergency blood. I was very, very sick because I had been bleeding for a long, long time. And they told me, no, we have to operate on you, we have to get your uterus out. But when I remembered the way that God had touched me when I was trying to commit suicide, I knew that the same God could do something for me. So I told the doctors, no, I cannot allow you to take up my uterus. And I remember the doctor telling me that if you walk out of this hospital, you are not going to last even for a month. And I said no. I remember walking out, and when I walked out, I came back, I found a house to live, I started living, and after 1 week, the bleeding just stopped completely and it just went away. So I know that God, if He touched my life, He can touch your life. And it doesn't matter the situation or the circumstance that you're in. Maybe you could be like... J.I.M is tribals without you, Lord. A desert so